The Myrtle Beach International Film Festival is a showcase, as you know, for filmmakers from around the world, and that includes Riel Stone, who's from Toronto, Canada, whose short film is called Roped. Tell me about Roped. This is kind of a period piece, correct?
That's correct, yes. Roped is a period drama set in the 17th century. It's about Mary Webster, who was accused of witchcraft by her neighbors and lynched. The film is a true story, and it's also based off of a poem called Half-Hanged Mary by the author Margaret Atwood.
This was just your second film that you've ever done, correct?
Well, I've done a number of shorts, mostly student shorts. I would say it's my second official short film.
What are the challenges of making a period piece with costumes, with sets that have to be set in a certain time period?
It's whenever you make a period drama, you're setting yourself up for immediate challenges, especially making a film about the 17th century, the Puritan times, is particularly going back pretty far. So acquiring the right kinds of attire, costumes, and the homestead look of her home was a little bit of a challenge. But I worked with really great creative people. Fortunately, most of my film takes place in remote exteriors, but we did have some scenes that take place around Mary Webster's homestead. We had a great costume designer by the name of Joanna Surakomla, who went to great lengths to acquire the attire, and she handmade some of the costumes herself. And a production designer, Mark Kowalski, who was very resourceful in producing props and the right set dressing. But it's amazing if you put a bunch of people in costume and suddenly you're just taken back to 1685.
Why did you choose this particular story as something that you wanted to tell?
Well, when I originally read Margaret Atwood's poem Half-Hanged Mary, I was just really struck. I came across the poem quite by chance. I took a book of hers called Morning in the Burned House out of the library and read it, and this poem just really stood out to me. And there was just such an element of intensity and kind of poignancy to the poem. It was a very sad story, and I had not really given a lot of thought to the witch hunt victims through the ages, and I did a little research and was quite struck by how widespread it was over time. And I thought that there hadn't been very many films about the topic, and I thought that this particular poem would make a very fine short film.
Did you write the script yourself, or did you work with a good writer in terms of the words for this?
I wrote the script on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that a challenge as well?
It was. I think that one of the big challenges of a script like this is when you're adapting somebody else's work, you want to do it with care and respect. I wanted to honor Margaret Atwood's vision, but also you have to bring your own vision to it as well. So, but I had done adapted another property before, so I learned some lessons from that. But mostly I was just really inspired by it, and it was a pleasure writing that script. It went through a little bit of rewriting, and when you go into production, a script is always just a kind of a guideline. You have to be prepared to make changes as you go, because production things come up. But I did write it on my own, and it wasn't too hard, actually.
Happy with the result?
Very happy. Yeah.
The film is called Roped, Riel Stone. Thank you very much, and good luck to you in the future.
Thanks very much, Phil.